Hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Tuesday, December 2nd. Man, this year is going by fast. I cannot believe we are really in December already. Well, anyway, with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co hosts my Icy Chili, my Libra Queen, BB, and the Chaotic Cup. Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
And I want to give you all a friendly reminder about my hot tea cold cash giveaway that's going on. Yes. Now, for the giveaways, terms, and conditions, head over to auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. Again, that's auntiederek.com/hot tea cold cash. How you get entries into my giveaway? You RSVP to every show for one entry. You attend the show and stay in its entirety for an additional entry. And you post about my show on social media using the hashtag Auntie Derek. So do all of that per day for every show. You have a chance to get 3 entries per day. Yeah. So with that, I think those rules are clear. So we can just go ahead and jump right into the. Oh, and I just want to give a special shout out to my week 3 winner. Hey, boo.
Week three winner. Where you
Busy spending that money.
at?
She said, "Hold on, y'all. I got shit to do." But we can just go straight into the tea, honey.
Tea time.
Tea time. Hey, y'all.
Oh, now you show up.
Yeah, well, you know what we like to always start off with if there's any new updates.
Not the Diddy news.
You know it, because his ass can't help but to stay in the news, honey. But this time it's really not. I ain't gonna say it's not his fault, but it's really because of the documentary that just came out that was executive produced by 50 Cent. And you should see where it says, but here by way of TMZ, Diddy blasts Netflix docuseries as a shameful hit piece. So Sean Diddy Combs is steaming mad at Netflix and 50 Cent because he's going scorched earth on a new docuseries that's about to hit the streaming service. Well, it's already there now, so you can tell this was written yesterday. In a statement, Judah Engelmeyer, a spokesperson for Diddy, tells TMZ Netflix's so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and confirms that Netflix relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. As you know, 50 promoted the docuseries Monday on Good Morning America before its Tuesday release on Netflix, and he previewed never-before-seen footage of Diddy recorded just prior to his September 2024 arrest. 50 also had a very different view on what Diddy's reaction would be to the series, saying the music mogul would think it was amazing and the best documentary I've seen in a long time, with the exception of some bits and pieces. 50 added that Diddy would ultimately see the truth in it. Not so much. Engelmeyer says Netflix and its CEO, Ted Sarandos, are screwing him over by misappropriating footage Diddy's been recording since he was 19 years old. Diddy's rep says the footage was meant for him to tell his own story in his own way. What's more, Engelmeyer claims Netflix is plainly desperate to sensationalize every minute of Mr. Combs' life without regard for truth in order to capitalize on a never-ending media frenzy. The rep adds, if Netflix cared about truth or about Mr. Combs' legal rights, it would not be ripping private footage out of context, including conversations with his lawyers that were never intended for public viewing. No rights in that material were ever transferred to Netflix or any third party. 50 Cent's been known to troll Diddy on social media, and Diddy's pissed 50 is involved in the docuseries, Sean Combs: The Reckoning. Engelmeyer says it is equally staggering that Netflix handed creative control to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, a longtime adversary with a personal vendetta who has spent too much time slandering Mr. Combs. Bottom line, for Diddy's camp, beyond the legal issues, this is a personal breach of trust. Mr. Combs has long respected Ted Sarandos and admired the legacy of Clarence Avant. For Netflix to give his life story to someone who has publicly attacked him for decades feels like an unnecessary and deeply personal affront. At minimum, he expected fairness from people he respected. Ooh, shots fired. Okay. Well, I had a chance to see the first two episodes, and I must say it was very well put together. And I can't wait to see the other two, after I finish recording. But I have the same 50, I have the same question that 50 Cent had, my man.
Mm.
Um, why did he choose to record himself like in having those conversations? I guess because what Huh? Because when you see it opens up, and Happy, you can probably even speak to this because, like you mentioned, you saw even the first 20 minutes of it. It opens up with him having that conversation with his lawyers. It's like, hey, we look. This is before he was arrested. I think it said it was 6 days before he was arrested and picked up in September of 24. He was picked up, and he was just like he was telling his lawyers, man, you got to do something. We losing. Listen, I'm not the referee. I'm just gonna let y'all do what you do, and you come back to me and let me know when it's done. Like you can tell he was really in panic mode. So yeah, it was. I mean, like if you're saying this is unauthorized footage, never intended for the public to see, okay, cool. But we do see it now, and now it's not making Diddy look. Mm. I mean, he already wasn't looking good, based off of what we knew from that trial. But still, But I must say, baby, if y'all were thinking about, if you were having like a little bit of interest in it, because I know some people are just not going to watch it because 50 Cent is involved. But if you had just a little bit of interest in watching that motherfucker, I would highly recommend it. Because just off those first two episodes I watched, oh baby, they get into the rooter to the tutor, the rooter to the tutor, honey.
We'll get the summary from you. Thank you.
Oh!
I am with you on that. Like, there's no interest in me to go understand nothing about further about him. I've heard enough, so I'll wait for you to get an update.
Even if what you heard was just the tip of the iceberg, like, honey, oh, baby, it was because what we even heard, honey, won't even. Oh my god! And again, this is off of two episodes, baby. And if you were a hip hop historian, if you like your hip hop and you remember the East Coast West Coast battle and stuff, I would highly recommend it for that as well because there's some history in that. And they even got the footage from Keefe D, the guy who allegedly took the hit out on Tupac and stuff, and they pretty much alluded to Diddy setting this shit up because he didn't like the relationship that Tupac had built with Biggie. And so, girl, it was a mess, honey. I'm telling y'all, it was good, and I can't wait to see the next two episodes.
And if all of that is true, I just want to know who liked Diddy so much that nobody took him out. Can I say that?
Yes, you can, but and I think to answer that because he's the one calling the hits. He's the one doing the taking out. You could try to hit did you could try to plan a hit, but what will probably happen, allegedly, is that it's still going to get back to this man because remember he is very powerful, and the documentary explains how he even got so powerful, and so baby, mm, mm. So yeah, he's the one calling the shots, honey, doing the murder for hires because they pretty much they are alleging they're inferring they want you the viewer to put this together, but they're inferring that Diddy had something to do with Tupac's killing. So yeah, it's wild to see the footage. Yes, it is. And let me read the comments. They have this in many shows and celebs will have the camera following them for this purpose. Yeah. Oh, he may have planned this for his to create his own documentary. Okay. Well, that answers that. But
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
it's typical narcissist behavior. So
ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. Gorgeous. Hey, boo. Well, y'all. Well, speaking of my man.
Mm.
Now, one thing we can't. He might be a jackass, but one thing we can say about him is that this man knows what's entertaining. That's why anything that he's the executive producer on, for the most part, does very well. Even to the point where I believe now he's not a part of Stars any longer. He was behind a lot of content, a lot of original shows that came on Stars. Stars was originally $8 per month for a subscription. Girl, now they just giving that shit away, honey. They say, here, bitch, take Stars for 1 year, girl, $12. $12, bitch, come to Stars. I'm like, I don't want it. Ain't nothing on there I watch. Y'all, I mean, even if it is $12, I don't want it.
I had to sign
But
up for Magic City though.
They putting the Magic City documentary on
I
Star.
think it was on Stars.
Oh well, bitch, I might have to pay that $12. I might have to pay that $12 for that 1 year. Oh, honey, but there have been plans to after 50 is no longer a part of like the stars programming and stuff, he's going to do his own thing and he's setting up shop in Shreveport, Louisiana. Now I have to say, I mean, it looks good from the outside, but baby, to me it looks like gentrification. And the reason that I say that, I have this link here by way of All Hip Hop, and you should also see where it says 50 Cent's G Unit empire devours another Shreveport property in a $2.4 million spree. Oh, shout out to Shreveport. That's BB's hometown. Well, baby, you might have to you might have to make some calls or something, honey. I mean, unless the people of Shreveport are cool with this, because from what it did look like, it looks like those buildings were not being used anyway, and I don't know if that was because these buildings were being priced out, or what, or it's just an abandoned area. But we're about to watch about a 2-minute local news clip in Shreveport where they talk about this, and let me share my screen. But like I said, y'all, to me it looks like gentrification. I could be wrong, but it's not. I don't know.
Famed rapper 50 Cent is set to purchase another property in downtown Shreveport. The deal is in negotiation, but is set to close within a matter of days. KTBS 3's Riley Curry has more.
Mogul Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is buying more and more properties in downtown Shreveport, and 610 Market Street seems to be next on the list. We spoke to Representative Stephen Jackson, who knows more about the project. This sign outside of a work zone in downtown Shreveport is another example of how Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is expanding the influence of his G Unit brand in Shreveport. The new fencing surrounds the location set for 50 Cent's G-Dome property. The permanent G-Dome is set to be a multi-purpose event arena, similar to the Sphere in Las Vegas. State Representative Stephen Jackson says 50's team is working to start building downtown as soon as possible.
They are under a very intense and accelerated timeline to do a lot of projects. There's several projects that are in the works.
The ML Bath building at 610 Market Street is under contract to be 50's next acquired asset. If the deal seals, the mogul will own a total of 13 properties in the downtown district. This is the ML Bath building that was built in 1921. When realtors placed it on the market, they said that it could be used as an apartment building. Rep. Jackson says it's still unclear how certain buildings will be used.
Some of these properties may serve as a set for some TV or film, but it also can be used for everyday businesses, whether it's coffee, pizza, clubs, restaurants. But the goal, I think, is to probably replicate what we've seen that they're doing in Hollywood.
The proposed G-Dome location was a former meatpacking site in the 1920s, and extensive safety precautions such as the removal of underground tanks had to be performed prior to breaking ground. Rep. Jackson says these measures have been completed and grounds were determined contaminant-free. In downtown Shreveport, I'm Riley Curry, KTBS 3 News.
They had to remove underground tanks. They had to do this. They had to do that. And this man, if this deal goes through, he's about to own 13 properties in downtown Shreveport. I'm sorry. Am I the only one who thinks this is a problem?
I mean, so downtown Shreveport is a very dilapidated area. It's nothing that it's not like he's moving people out of their homes. Now, could that have other implications, later on down the line? Absolutely. But I mean, these are buildings that have been sitting there for years. Nobody goes to Shreveport and say, "Oh, I'm going downtown." Most of the time, you're in Bossier. Um, if you're in the downtown area, you're going to the casinos. So I don't see the problem, but it is 50 Cent, so we know he's nefarious in nature. So I'm pretty sure that there's something behind it. But I mean, just at face value, I don't see the problem.
It seems like you have to pick the devil you want to play with here, because this feels a lot like Detroit a few years ago, where everything in downtown Detroit was pretty much run down, and you had a bunch of rather rich developers come in who were big, like the Penske's of the world, and uh, other kind of big Detroit three race teams kind of come in and buy up everything, and a bunch of speculation buys. So it's kind of, what devil do you want here? Do you want old white money, or do you want particularly a new fresh face? And we'll see where it goes.
Okay, well, I stand corrected. I'm happy to hear well, one, a Shreveport native say that, and two, a motherfucker who knows what he's talking about when it comes to money to see what. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and not too much of my man, because he's nobody's devil. But yeah, I
I know you fucking
Tariff.
lying. I know you. I know
Well,
you just gonna say.
Derek tends to dev- I'm sorry, he tends to deviate from the land of reality to the land of delusion quite a bit when it comes to that thing that he likes. So,
love him.
oh, I'm sorry, that he
BB,
loves.
BB, you are correct. It's the delusion is so grand.
Baby, you can't even quantify that. Like,
Exactly.
you just have to
Oh,
let
and
him exist there, and when he comes out, you're like, okay, cool. But when he's there, you just like, okay, girl.
hmm
As
and
long as 50 Cent is bringing work to the area, and the natives are not perturbed by him being there, I feel like it shouldn't be an issue, especially because
right.
it'll be black led, black owned.
Hopefully, it won't be, you know, nefarious in nature,
But
like how he be acting. But you guys, excuse my tardiness. I'm sorry I'm late.
Baby, you never late. Whatever time you get here is the right time.
would
Well, thank you.
And
would
I
you
mean,
feel differently if it was Louisiana native, say Master P, went after this land? Would you still feel the same way?
He don't pay
But
people.
absolutely
Mm-mm.
not, because we know with his history and his I would not.
well,
He
and
don't pay
he's
people.
yes, he is a Louisiana native, but he's not North Louisiana, right? So when you start talking about Louisiana, you'll hear a huge divide from people in Southern Louisiana and North Louisiana. But and I'm sorry, I'm going by your display name. Carl made a good point. Um, nobody else is investing money in these areas, so yeah, you kind of have to. Hey, when you start talking about, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Nobody in years have done anything for Shreveport. Matter of fact, the crime in the city is ridiculous. Downtown, like as I stated, is a very dilapidated area. What you find down there at night are things you do not want to find. So I agree that you kind of have to just say, you know what? If other people were to come and put money into this area, typically they don't give back, or they price out people in those places and they bring other people in. I don't think that that would be the case with that guy. Um, so I'm actually excited to see something new birth into Shreveport, because you've heard nothing about Shreveport in years unless it's bad news. And like I said, most people associate it with the casinos because you have, I think, two, three casinos there. So I see this as being potentially a good thing. Now, your man has a history of being trash. So something that could potentially be a good thing could turn very sour very fast because he's just not a good person. I'm sorry.
I understand. I understand. And I have to say thank you all, because I know it was really difficult for y'all to say something nice about that motherfucker, but y'all still managed to do it. So this is how I know y'all strong. I know that was a difficult thing to do. But I stand corrected. So because at first I went, especially in my hometown with the how it's been gentrified, I'm just kind of like looking at the signs and stuff. So I'm just like, I've seen this movie before. It's not. And what did it for us was like the maybe I shouldn't say this on the recorded line, but our some of our favorite websites that we like to go to. And
Mhm.
that's what when they came to the Raleigh Durham area, and unlike what's happening in Shreveport, they were actually putting people out of their homes and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, but
That's the only thing I want to give a positive outlook, and maybe because he knows what gentrification looks like, maybe he will not move in that manner of like how corporate white America does, because they don't care about our neighborhoods. They don't care about our things. It's all about them and what they're putting in there. So hopefully he does it with taste. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he wouldn't do his people dirty.
mm,
Um,
don't give
that he
him
don't
that.
know. Well, I meant like, overall, like come in a community and just do them dirty. I'm hoping that won't be the case.
Listen, don't do
Don't
this.
be,
Right.
I
don't.
said hoping. I said hoping.
Wait,
I
wait, no,
said I'm
no. I was
hoping.
gonna say, don't be like Jeff Bezos and the Amazon people.
Yeah, exactly. Because they don't care. They don't want to pay taxes. They don't care about
Mhm.
displacing black families or even black and brown families. They don't care.
And neither does he. And this is what I'm saying, because that's why I was like, honey, if you're gonna hope for that, hope for something else, because that's something that's not gonna. This man has showed us who he was, and again, this is somebody who is in love with him in my head, right? But I can call a thing a thing. This man has showed us who he was, and if the only thing that is keeping him from being a white man is his black skin. Every chance he get, he uses the courts, right? He's very litigious, right? He
Hmm.
likes he is shown what did he do to his baby mama when she spoke out about her story? Silenced her through them courts. He is very much of a he wants to do everything. He wants that white adjacency. So yes, I have no faith in him bringing the community together. Now, is he going to employ people? The people that work for him. Yeah, he going to do them right and pay them. But the community, no, I have no. He's not a communal person, and it's not his fault. Remember, I'm somebody who has read his biography, From Pieces to Weight, Once Upon a Time in Southside Queens. And
Hmm.
he doesn't. The only community he knows really is his grandparents, and that's he didn't really have a lot of friends like that, and people who were his friends turned on him. So he just, I say all that to say is that I don't think he's gonna do right by the community. I hope
Well,
I'm wrong.
let's not make excuses, right? Because here's when we do that, like as an adult, like we know that we have trauma that follows us, and I'm glad you read his story because nobody else is interested. Thank you for that. But sometimes you have to be responsible for saying, you know what, although this happened to me, I don't have to act the way others did to me. So I get it. He has most of us know about him being shot 9 times and how he got to that life. You just added another layer for me. I didn't know that all he knew was his grandparents and, all of that other stuff. But, at some point you have to say, I don't have to become the murderer. So don't make excuses for that trash. Now, I'm happy that he's in Shreveport. And now my other question is, how did he find Shreveport? I do want to dig into that. I remember him coming there. I don't know if it was for a show or something he came there for, but it's like, how did you want to see Shreveport and want to stay in Shreveport?
Probably they vetted like what would be a good area to open a business, like cost wise.
That could be it. I just really want to know. Like, you got there and you saw it and you said, "This is where I'm gonna build G Unit, Shreveport." Ooh, honey, put your shoes on. It has a white refrigerator. Ooh.
It's funny. No, but more than likely, it's probably more bang for his buck. He's able to buy up if he's able to buy up enough property there, he'll be able to have more influence to do what he wants. Right? Hey, I own half this town. Who's gonna say? Who's gonna tell him no, or who's gonna turn against him if he wants certain things to be brought in or to do things certain sorts of types of ways or have things put in place for him and his businesses. I mean, I get it. Unfortunately,
I mean, like I said, I don't see anything bad right now, but it's still Shreveport. Like being from there, oof.
Well, so I just did a Google search. Google's AI says 50 Cent's connection to Shreveport, Louisiana, was primarily a business decision driven by local opportunities and incentives rather than a personal discovery. He was introduced to the city's potential by a business associate and local leaders who highlighted the availability of existing film infrastructure and tax incentives. So it was the people of
Okay, so yeah, I know some
Yes,
people did go there
yes.
for filming,
Mhm.
right? But very interesting. But we shall see. I'm usually not interested in half dollar. But I am definitely I want to follow this one. So,
well, you know
spill
I'm
the
gonna keep
tea,
you
friend.
updated, bro.
Spill the tea.
You know I'm gonna keep you updated when it comes to my man, my man, my man.
Lord.
Update us when you make a better choice.
Well, will you? Why would you want to wait for an update you never gonna hear? I'm never gonna want anything better. Ever.
Oh
Honey,
my
did y'all hear that chirp, 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 chirp?
God. I did. And I'm like, turn it down. Turn it down. Yes.
Baby,
Big
what
Big
Medea said,
Bird.
can you turn the damn dress off? Cause girl,
Big Bird is in the house.
Well, speaking of somebody else who is all just infatuated with her man, Cardi B, honey. Well, her newest child father might have spilled the tea, honey, in Spanish, in Espanol. So I have this link here from All Hip Hop. You should see where it says Stefan Diggs makes shocking statement about Cardi B. So, and we have a comment. Her and in parentheses, everyone else's man. You better wake it up. Mm-mm. Well, anyway, he learned him some Spanish, honey, and he called he could well, we about to watch the little clips, honey. We go it was a clip of him. They caught him in the locker room. They was giving him some a Patriots sweatsuit or sweatshirt, and it had Espanol on it. But he said, I want one for my wife, but he said wife in Spanish, honey. So let's see what Mr. Diggs, honey, has to say. Who like to dig and everybody? Allegedly, allegedly. Let me find the clips. Okay. So here's the first one. This is Stefan.
Dicho es español. Español. You know it. Gracias. Like either these blue or black. Blue. Dicho es español. Español. You know it. Gracias. Yo quiero uno más.
Uno más? ¿De
Yeah.
cuál color?
For me esposa. Actually, give me two.
Okay.
A
What
mini
size?
one. A mini one. Mini.
Mini?
Un poquito.
All right. All right, done.
Pequeño. Decent work.
Decent work?
Yeah, I gotta get two more of these. Let me know
All right.
when I got my size.
It's done. It's
Appreciate
done.
it.
It's done.
Oh, did y'all hear that, honey? He said I need another one for mi
My,
esposa.
yeah, and he didn't say novia. He didn't say girlfriend. So look.
He didn't say Cardi neither. He could be talking about one of them women.
Wake it
you
up.
better come
Wake
through,
it up,
chill.
chill.
Hell,
Wake it
ah,
up.
Wake it up,
I'm
chill.
going on mute. Hell, ah. Not you coming back from vacation with your knife sharpened.
I just be here listening, just waiting, just waiting. Yeah, man, please. It could be anybody.
Well, whoever is about Cardi certainly thought it was about her because she responded with a little clip, honey. You know, kind of how when I talk about my man, my man, my man, she did the same.
My man, my nigga, my daddy, my baby, dicking me down, needing me, driving me crazy.
Okay.
Whatever. You still married.
Look, and the only reason why she's still married because it's Offset crazy ass won't let her go, won't let her be free.
Right. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Well, Auntie, to be fair, when you reference Cardi, talk about her man, and you talk about yours, all I have to say is birds of a feather. That's all.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
y'all are funny today. And hello to all of my friends. We got a full house today. What's
Yes.
up? Hey, Miranda. Hi. No, that's my name. Sorry. Hey, Charlotte.
Cut. Cut. Can't.
No,
Can't.
you're not Carrie.
Cut. Cut.
You're Charlotte.
Cut. You know what, Miranda? Don't play with me.
You called me Miranda so much, I
Those were
almost
fighting
forgot your
words.
name, Charlotte.
Uh,
Uh, and
That hurt a little.
Beezus and Happy and Hi BB. Okay, I'm going on mute. I gotta go in the meeting. I'll be back.
Well, like my favorite Taurus, you know who else don't want somebody to play with them, honey? Who said don't play with me? Jada Pinkett Smith. And to be honest, I think it will be very wise to not play with her because if you do, she'll have your ass killed, allegedly, allegedly. And I have this article here from TMZ. You should see where it says Jada Pinkett Smith allegedly threatened to disappear Will Smith's friend. Lawsuit says. Girl, when I tell y'all, I was like, oh. So first of all, before I start reading, do y'all remember the alleged friend who said he was Will's friend and partner for about 40 years, and he was on an interview talking about how like he walked in on what did he say? He said Will Smith and Dwayne Martin. He said Dwayne was dicking it down, honey. He said Dwayne had him bent over and going in. And Dwayne called me. But he said that Dwayne was going in, honey, allegedly, allegedly. But I don't know if y'all remember that interview. Do y'all remember it by chance or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Vaguely.
Well, that's the one that Jada's telling to not play with her. So, well, Jada Pinkett Smith threatened a purported longtime friend of her husband, Will Smith, telling him he would catch a bullet if he didn't shut his trap about her. This, according to court documents. The actress turned podcaster was sued in November of 2025 for $3 million by Bilal Salam, who claimed he was Will's best buddy for almost 40 years, working closely together on several professional and personal projects. In the lawsuit, Salam says Jada approached him with about 7 other people in her entourage at a private birthday gathering for Will's 53rd birthday party at a movie theater in Calabasas, California in September of 2021. Salam claims Jada became verbally aggressive and told him if he continued telling her personal business, he would end up missing or catch a bullet. What's more, Salam says Jada demanded he sign a non-disclosure agreement or else, and then says one of Jada's associates followed him to his car while they continued shouting verbal threats. It's not clear what triggered the alleged altercation. Then, in March of 2022, Salam says he refused to participate in crisis management for Will after the actor smacked Chris Rock across the face on stage at the Academy Awards. Salam says he turned down the job because he didn't want to perform tasks he believed were illegal, unethical, and morally compromising. He claims Jada and Will's team then launched a retaliatory campaign against him, which worsened once the famous couple found out he was writing a whistleblower memoir about his time with them. We've reached out to Jada. So far, no word back. Let me tell y'all something. Jada Pinkett Smith is originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I believe every word. I believe.
Hello.
What do those eyes say?
Hello, hello. But then again, there's so much filler in her face, honey. They might have purported them eyes a little bit. So maybe we can't. I don't know. We maybe have to look at some before pictures. Back when she was on Hawthorne. Maybe we need to look at around there because, honey, them damn fillers. And didn't she have a nerve to lie and say she ain't do nothing to her face? Or if I'm misremembering? Well,
I don't
anyway,
know.
yeah, I believe every word, honey. So that's that on that, child. Well, while we talking about because Will Smith is from Philly, honey, bottom of Philly. Ooh! Or he might be verse. He might be verse. He just, Dwayne Martin does give me total top, allegedly. So I don't. Anyway, let me get out their business. Um, Speaking of people of Philly, so do y'all remember Easy the Block Captain? You may remember him that he's the alleged side piece that Remy Ma was sleeping with behind Papoose' back. Y'all remember him? And he's a battle rapper from Philly.
Not really.
Uh,
Absolutely not. Absolutely the fuck not. A
well,
battle
that's
rapper from Philly? Please.
yes, yes.
We don't care.
Well, do y'all remember Cassidy at least? I know y'all remember Cassidy.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
we know Cassidy. He go
good,
here. Okay.
good. Cassidy, go here, good.
Uh-huh.
Well, Cassidy is actually alleging that Easy the block captain does not go here. They say, well, what block is he the captain of? Because it damn sure ain't no Philly block.
Correct. I believe Cassidy.
And you should see where it says here, by way of all hip hop, Cassidy exposes Easy the Block Captain's yearbook photo and internet explodes, honey. So Cassidy is Cassidy is supposed to be battling Easy the Block Captain this week, but the battle is taking place on Instagram right now. He's throwing haymaker. Easy the Block Captain and a yearbook photo have the internet in a tizzy all the way to Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Oh man, that is wild and weird. Let's talk about it. Word is Cassidy got hold of Easy's 2004 Pottsville High School yearbook picture and posted it. Suddenly, we are questioning everybody and everything we thought we knew. They laughing and roasting homeboy. Whoever narrated it sounded stunned, hurt, confused, and entertained all at once. The screenshots matched up, and it seems like they are not AI. And let's go ahead. Let me share my screen, and y'all can see the oof and should I say trigger warning? Jump scare, because woo child. Okay, so this is Easy to Block Captain's yearbook photo. Oof, girl. And you see his actual name is Tony Brown. So that's that. And it goes on to say the running commentary didn't let up. Easy was compared to Bernie Mac's nephew, a background extra from Saved by the Bell, and more. This keeps going on, and it feels like it keeps getting worse. Outside of the jokes, there's a deeper conversation bubbling. Fans are now circling around the bigger question. If the high school years were Pottsville, where did the block start, or when did the block start? And that's the angle Cassidy is pushing, tapping directly onto the battle rap's favorite pastime, checking the resume. Now it's time to be clear. None of this confirms or denies anyone's past, but in battle rap, perception is currency. And right now, Easy's biography is being challenged like nothing I've ever seen. I think he's doing right by being quiet and being quiet and watching, and hopefully writing. Preparation will be gold when the battle happens over the weekend. All hip hop knows and might just have to pull up for this. You know what? And so does Auntie Derek. I think I might want to watch. I like some battle rap every now and then. Them niggas be going
Auntie,
hard, baby.
Auntie, I need you to be FFR.
Ooh! Well, I do know Cassidy is very good at battle rapping. I don't know
I
too
understand
much about
that, but I
Easy the
need you to
Block
be
Captain.
FFR. No,
Ooh,
you can catch the highlights.
ooh. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Uncle Bernie.
You know what, Auntie? I think I'm with you with that because battle rap gives like that unfiltered hip hop that I absolutely enjoy. Yes, me. I absolutely enjoy. So I might tune in as well. I just want to say that this story is giving very much. His real name is Terrence, and Terrence's parents have a real good marriage. If you don't know,
I'm actually gonna Google how far is Potts, PA from Philly? Girl, it's a whole hour and 49 minutes, and it says it's 96.8 miles. Oh, well, you're not from Philly. You're not from Philly. That's a whole hour and a half away. Well, almost 2 hours, honey. Oh, oh,
Almost in Baltimore County.
oh, right. Well, oh, and speaking of Baltimore County, honey, watch out, Jada, honey, don't piss her off if you're over there. Anyway. So now this is actually something that happened over the weekend that totally went over my head, and I'm just actually finding out about it today. But T-Pain, honey, T-Pain unsold his catalog, and I have this link here from All Hip Hop. T-Pain sold catalog for a century worth of money.
Wait, pause real quick. Pottsville is the other way. It's north. It's north Pennsylvania, or going towards the north. not too far
Oh, okay.
from it's to the west of Allentown.
Ah, I see.
And
And
isn't that close to Jersey?
mm,
Yes.
no, no,
Kind of
it's
northwest.
it's it's northwest. It's a little bit. It's like it may be like 2 hours north, a little bit east of Hershey, Pennsylvania. That ain't,
Oh.
that's not no city, no kind of way.
So long story short, he ain't from Philly.
No, not at all.
Or
I
he
mean,
might have just went there for high school, for maybe who knows. We'll
technically,
find
when
out.
you say you're from Pennsylvania, you have two options. You're from Pittsburgh or you're from Philly. Everything else nobody knows, so you might as well just say one of the two.
Okay, that's fair. You're right. That's fair.
No, that's not fair.
Yeah. Who do you know from Pennsylvania claiming to be from Altoona, Pennsylvania?
Listen, you can't set trip over here because bitch, we got Google.
Ooh,
All
touche.
right.
That's why when I hate when people say, "Oh, I'm from Atlanta," bitch, no, you're not. I'm from Miami, and you're not.
So Savannah, you don't count Savannah as being from the A?
Please be fucking for real.
From Augusta.
Well, Tallahassee Payne, honey. Shout out to the people of Florida. But it says
Period.
T-Pain turned a career's worth of chart toppers into a $100 million payday after selling his catalog to Harborview Equity Partners, a move he says fast-tracked generational wealth. During a revealing sit-down on the Club Shay Shay podcast, the Grammy-winning artist explained how the deal came together and why it was a no-brainer. The amount of money they gave me for my catalog, it literally would have taken me 100 years to make that money. I calculated it, he said. At first, I was like, why would I sell y'all this? And they were like, look, here's how much you're making per year off this. We're going to give you 100 years worth of money right here all at once. I don't think that was a hard calculation. The 39-year-old hitmaker, who helped redefine the sound of modern hip hop with his signature auto-tune style, said he shared the news with his wife in disbelief. I discussed it with my wife. I said, "Hey, babe, the kids gone to school. I got to talk to you about something that's real important about the future." I was like, "Can I close the door? Because I don't want the rest of the house to hear." So I closed the door. We rich. We rich. We got $100 million. We rich. But the deal wasn't just a one-time payout. T-Pain revealed that Harborview is now invested in his future creative output, not just his past hits. Harborview, the people I sold my catalog to, they didn't just say, we want your catalog. They said, we'll buy your catalog, but also if you make another hit, we want that too. If you make more songs, we want them too. If you make a hit TV series, we want that too. If you make a football league that nobody even thought of, we want that too. If you score a movie, we want that too. So it's a partnership now. The Florida native has already started investing his earnings. He purchased a 50,000 square foot warehouse in Tallahassee to house his growing Nappy Boy business operations spanning entertainment, gaming, and beverages. He also bought a plane. He bought a plane. The sale marks a significant milestone in T-Pain's career, including over 50 million singles sold, billions of streams, and more than 10 Billboard Hot 100 entries. This year also marks the 20th anniversary of several biggest records, including Buy You a Drink, Shorty Snapping, Bartender featuring Akon, and I'm in Love with a Stripper with Mike Jones, the icon. Shout out to Mike Jones. Outside of music, T-Pain has
Who?
built a strong presence on Twitch. Mike Jones. T-Pain has built a strong presence on Twitch, where his live streams have earned him a loyal following and further cemented his reputation as an entertainer and entrepreneur. I mean, yeah, the money sounds great, but it also sounds like we own you, nigger. Own you everything you have and everything that you will think of or even think of and your kids think of. We want that shit too. But we pay for it. So hey, who had their hand up first? Chaotic couple, favorite tours.
Favorite tours.
Go ahead, favorite tours.
On to your last statement, it may it might be something different because I did look into Harborview, and the founder and CEO is a black woman.
Oh,
and the entire team that I'm seeing is actual diversity filled with Black women and people of different backgrounds. So
Oh,
my spidey senses are inclined to say this might be an incredible move, considering just the optics of it, just seeing so many different faces of different backgrounds and ethnicities, and like they truly value um, DEI in that capacity, and of course with folks who value DEI in that capacity, and they're familiar with the works of someone who is iconic as T-Pain, I have a strong inclination that they may be taking very good care of not only him but his legacy moving forward. And just based on what I'm seeing, I'm very interested in seeing how or who else they partner with, especially when it comes to um, people of his status, and how they kind of take care of their legacies moving forward as well. So, yeah, I had the same thought you did on but once I went on that website and looked at the team, I was very surprised. It was there's very little mayonnaise on this sandwich, and that's all I'll say.
Word, because I can't stand no mayonnaise. Okay, well, I stand corrected. That is actually good to hear. Because this is the first time, this story is the first time I'm hearing of these people. So I'm glad you actually looked them up. Okay, that's good to hear. Chaotic Cup, you wanted to add something?
Shout out A50. But to Will's point, I think this is actually a pretty good deal. I saw him what, maybe 2 3 months ago here in the city, and he was really trying to drum up money as an independent artist. So I think this will help see more club husbands in our future.
Okay, okay. Rapper turned single. I'm here for it. Go ahead, Libra Queen.
thank you, Will, for the update because I was about to drag somebody to hell about our people and our culture. But shout out to that black man from Tallahassee, Tallahassee Payne, Theodore, as he likes to be called nowadays. Congratulations, and I hope it is a great deal and that we get new music soon.
He's gonna buy more TV screens to put around his studio and put porn on every last one of them, make people watch them. But congrats to him, allegedly, allegedly.
Club husband was a bop though.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, whatever gets him his inspiration. But you just got to make sure that it's consent is the big key here. Like you make sure that the people that is in that studio or in the room with you actually want to see all that porn and shit on them TV screens. But you can show all you want, but especially if it's gonna pull out hits like that. But yeah, consent is the big key here. Well, that is that on that, honey. Oh, this next story. This is another one that actually went over my head. So just out of curiosity, Quinn, out of curiosity, but I know y'all have heard this song because you can't escape it. Y'all know this song, "Shake It to the Mat." Shake it to the mat. I know y'all have
Yeah,
heard this song. Oh
no,
my,
you finna talk about the Grammy thing?
yes, girl.
Okay, hurry up. Come on,
Oh,
come with. Come on, give it to me.
well, that Grammy thing. So it appears that that song was actually snubbed. They feel that it's been snubbed for a Grammy because the Grammy has rules and regulations that a song can be submitted as a remix for it
And a
to be.
black man held up the rules and regulations and lost his job.
Yup. And that black man, his name is Sean Thwaites, and he actually talks about it. So now Mr. Thwaites is looking for legal representation and seeing what he should do next. So I have a quick 2 minute video of him talking about his situation and talking about what happened. And I was like, wow, a black man doing his job and basically got fired for doing his job. So let me share my screen. Oop, let me pull some.
Until recently, I served as Hi, my name is Sean Quate. Until recently, I served as a genre manager in the Recording Academy's Awards Department, overseeing 5 categories: Global Music Performance, Best African Music Performance, Contemporary Instrumental, New Age Ambient and Chant, and Global Music Album. On November 21st, I was terminated just 48 hours after Billboard published a story about an eligibility ruling involving the song Shake It to the Max. My committee followed Grammy rules exactly as written. and the vice president of awards confirmed in writing that my decision was correct. The Recording Academy also told Billboard, "We understand the impact of the song, but it was submitted as a remix and does not meet eligibility requirements." That is the exact rule I enforced. On August 8th, I received a positive performance review and a pay increase with no warnings, no concerns, and no indication that my job was at risk. And on November 17th, just days before I was terminated, RCA Records requested me by name to interview Davido at the Grammy Museum. At that time, I was managing 43 nominees across all 5 categories. And I want to be clear, I would never snub African music. I am the person who wrote the proposal that created the Best African Music Performance category. I've spent years uplifting African artists and building the Academy's bridge to the continent. African music is part of my purpose and identity. When I started at the Recording Academy, there were 6 Black employees in the awards department. One Black colleague was terminated in August, just 3 months before me, making me the 4th Black employee terminated during my time there. That pattern is deeply concerning. I'm speaking today because transparency matters, fairness matters, and no one should lose their job for following the rules. I'm seeking the proper legal support, and I'm standing firmly in my truth. Thank you for listening.
Oh, girl. Oh, go ahead, Libra Queen.
Hello, is the mic on? Is the mic on?
It's
Anyways,
on, honey.
I just want it to be on record that I'm on his side. I don't care what nobody say. I'm on his side. I'm on his side. I'm on his side. He also has come out previously discussing, if I'm not mistaken, discussing basically how the Grammys work and how voting works and how all the things work. Because, by way of Twitter, by way of social media, everybody an expert come time for award season, and they feel like, hey, this person and that person and this person should have got this, and they got snubbed, and they got this, and they got that. In regards to this, like, I don't know how it happened, who it happened, like who was behind the scenes and making this a thing, but this is a part of that whole, unfortunately, diaspora thing, because just like he said, he's the reason why they've been able to get put on, right? He's the reason why that they have categories at the Grammys, and to sit here and crucify a Black man for your entryway, right? Because you feel like that song needed to be, what should have been in the running for whatever, is fucked up. And they don't understand, like, this is going to have way bigger repercussions than just feeling like, oh, well, we should get a Grammy for this. Because unfortunately, the way that the Grammys are set up, there's not a big space carved out for African music, more specifically West African music. They pretty much put them all in 1 or 2 categories or a couple of categories. And it's great people or great music being made across the board from all kinds of backgrounds, from all kinds of sounds. So you can't be mad when he's trying to make sure that he's doing his motherfucking job. Like, what more do you want from him at the end of the day? The day gotta end.
I agree. And go ahead, favorite Tori.
I was going to say this is not surprising at all. Like, we know how political the Grammys have always been, you know, and it's really indicative of just corporate America in general. They will find, especially for Black men in an authority position, and you do your job well, they will find any and every excuse to get rid of you most of the time if you don't play by their rules. So I hope, my hope is that over the past couple of years, everything that we've been seeing, especially since the start of the panorama, because we're still in it, and the things that have come out about the Grammys, that it loses, very pie in the sky aspirational, of course, it loses somewhat of its validity considering all of these stories that are coming out about it and how it doesn't hold that same prestige that it once did because you see so many of these team players in real time showing their hand, and it's kind of tainting what it once meant. And I believe the first instance I came aware of this, if y'all remember, Mariah was nominated for all those categories. She lost every single one of them. And guess who was behind the scenes making sure that happened? Tommy Mottola. That's not allegedly. And so it just it that was like the first inclination that I was like, yeah, this ain't that. And the awards aren't what we truly think they are. And they shouldn't hold as much weight as people think they should because there's great music out there. It doesn't have to be certified by having a record plant attached to it, which also makes me question uh there's an artist who has a certain amount of Grammys, how much of those were earned, and how much of that was politically driven. And that's all I'll say.
Listen, what's understood ain't got to be explained, honey. Look, we know that, and we still know, and we love her and all her grant. What I thought was very interesting about this is that there is no American publications covering this. There was one publication that it looks like it was based out of Ghana that was talking about it, but nobody. So that leads me to believe, honey, some powers that because to me, right, to me, to somebody who reads the tea, this is a hot ass story. Like, what do you mean the head of the Grammy, I forget his official title, but what do you mean he was let go without having any official warnings over a song because that people felt was snub and he didn't have any written warnings or anything and he's let go and now he's looking for legal representation. Look at what do. This is like a huge story, right? But nobody's covering it, and this shit happened over the weekend, y'all. So I was like, oh, yeah. So it's I think some powerful power is at play here, and some people are being silenced. But did you see his TikTok? No, I did not see his TikTok. I don't know. Let me go find his TikTok with his cute. So that is a really attractive man, I must say. But go ahead, Libra Queen.
And again, like I said, it's adding fuel to the fire of the whole little diaspora war or whatever. Because I get it, like coming from the continent where they uphold the West and the awards of the West as being like the shining fucking trophy of their life or whatever. No shade. I understand being frustrated, but at the same time, if you're not doing your due diligence and realizing that like the reason why you even have a foot in the door in this is at the behest of someone who looks like you, why are you not, I want to say, not being appreciative, but why aren't you going in a different manner to handle this? Because what was said and what was done behind the scenes, that literally, like you said, he just got a promotion and now all of a sudden he's fired. Like, it doesn't make sense. So what was said, who said it, that had great enough influence to do something like this when he's been here and he's been leading the charge? This is why I be wanting people to, do they due diligence, mm, do they due diligence, and mind they fucking p's and q's, because we can't do the same thing to them, right? We can't break into their markets and cry and scream and do whatever because of not having any, I guess, quote unquote power or whatever, or influence. And I hate that this has happened to him.
Same here. Go ahead, BB.
I think Will was first.
No,
Oh,
go ahead, BB. I've been talking. Go ahead, BB.
No, and I just wanted to just piggyback. It just goes to show you that we can play by all the rules, and when they want you disqualified, they will disqualify you post haste. So I'm gonna go search for his TikTok because I did run across this story, and I didn't really understand what was happening right at the time. But listening to you tell this, it kind of wraps some things up. So if you have not heard it from his perspective, I do want you to hear it from his perspective.
I have not heard it from his perspective, and I'm very interested. So I will definitely go and look because I can look at that very attractive man talk all day. First of all, but yeah, I definitely want to hear the rest of this. Yes, go ahead, favorite Taurus.
And I just want to add to that, it's not lost on me how we're seeing like the record academy or these record labels in general. They're losing so much of their grip over music in general that they are doing any and everything they can to make sure that they have a hand in something. Considering how the level of entry is so low, I would say it's to hell at this point. You know, everyone could post music now and make some sort of living, even though it's a lot difficult when you don't have a machine behind you. But we're seeing in real time how much it reeks of desperation. I'll say that. You know, and this is one of the many instances that kind of prove that to be true. Like the music industry on the surface, to me, and how they're moving, it wasn't like it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. It reeks of desperation and is so sad.
I agree. I agree, honey. Well, speaking of something that reeks of desperation, honey, DJ Academics and Milagro Grams. Well, Milagro just got her ass whooped in court by Megan Thee Stallion for spreading those lies, and she had something to say about DJ Academics as well. She pretty much called both Milagro and DJ Academics fake news, and DJ Academics responded. So y'all should see I just shared here by way of Hot New Hip Hop. Megan Thee Stallion calls DJ Academics and Milagro Grams fake news. Academics responds. As if anybody want to hear anything that his fucking ass has to say. But anyway, DJ Academics complained about Megan Thee Stallion suggesting that he and Milagro Grams aren't quote unquote real media in a recent post on social media. Megan issued the remark while sharing a statement from her legal team about the verdict in her defamation lawsuit against Grams. Thank you. Here they go lying again. As usual, if you want real media news, know how to be patient and know how to read, she wrote to Megan Cuniff on Twitter. In the statement, Megan's legal team clarifies that the judge hasn't determined the final judgment for the defamation count. Instead, the previously reported $75,000 figure only accounts for intentional infliction of emotional distress and promotion of an altered sexual depiction, which also requires Grams to cover Megan's legal fees. The judge still needs to review post verdict motions and calculate those legal fees to determine the full judgment. Contrary to public statements issued by Milagro's attorneys, the court has not issued a final judgment regarding the defamation count. The judge will make a final ruling and determine the entire financial amount that Milagro will be required to pay Megan, inclusive of legal bills and the defamation count at a later date. Megan team writes, excuse me. Responding to Megan's remark, DJ Academic said on his live stream that he got his information from NBC News. I'm sorry. In turn, he accused Megan of actually suggesting that NBC News is fake. We don't know what you're talking about at this point, Ack remarked, after accusing her of only liking media outlets that exclusively give her positive coverage. She's trying to take a shot at us independent media creators, yet again, he added. However, she failed to realize we all quoted NBC Miami. She's now the arbiter of what real media news can be. With her lawsuit, Megan accused Grams of allegedly spreading numerous falsehoods about her in the wake of the Tory Lane shooting, as well as reposting deepfake pornography videos of her. Honey, so to me, this just sounds like you next, bitch. She coming for your ass next.
Good, get Jerry Mouse.
And I even feel like that's an insult to Jerry the Mouse because Jerry is smart, he's cunning, he's charming, he's everything that academics is not. So I just anytime somebody call academics Jerry the Mouse, I kind of get offended for Jerry the Mouse because I feel like he deserves better.
What
This
we
is
talking about
another
looks? not
Even
X.
even then, honey, even because Jerry Mouse is cuter, so I wouldn't. No,
Oh,
I get offended for him.
damn, academics. Well, you're not lying. I concur.
Honey, that motherfucker could never. Go ahead, favorite tourist.
And why does it seem like he's always beefing with women artists? That is never lost. I mean, whenever he has an issue with something like a deep, true issue, is also with a female artist, which is always odd to me. Which speaks to his character as well, because he knows if he decided he wanted to do that fuck shit with somebody who he believes to have weight behind him, he wouldn't survive it, and I mean that in various ways.
Oh,
So and he also, because we spoke about this on the show yesterday, I believe it was that streamer, the one that looked like he don't bathe. I forgot what his
mhm.
name is.
I think Aiden
Aiden
Ross.
Ross.
Aiden
Yeah,
Ross.
there it is. Like he gives me very much that as well. I guess that is the new formula in order to remain relevant in any sort of entertainment, or if we even want to call it media at this point. Um, they have to follow this formula, which isn't serving anyone. It's not serving them either. So I really hope that Megan is setting a precedent moving forward to go after these people, because they deserve. Well, it's the fuck it. They deserve to be broke. They deserve to be unknown moving forward, because they add no value to society at large. Harsh but true.
It is what it is, and I'm inclined to agree. Cause like, yeah, that. And you're right, favorite tourist. He does have the thing for really only female records. I mean, pretty much, who was it? Vic Mensa. They called him a bitch to his face, honey, and he didn't do a thing. And then Santana, he tried it with Saucy Santana for a little bit, but then because he thought Santana was gonna be like a girl rapper, he said, "No, bitch, I'm ready to thump. Where is the headquarters? I'm pulling up." And he kind of backed down. So, oh well, man, no, I don't want to. No, you knew you was about to get your ass dragged. That's what that was. So, and Santana was about to go up to Connecticut and drag him all the way back down to Miami, honey. That's what was going to happen. But that's that on that. Well, honey, in the middle of Santana dragging academics, they might stop in the middle, meet in the middle in Atlanta and say hi to Lotto. And a fun fact for those of you who are listening, the founder of this lovely website, it happens to actually be one of Lotto's jackpot members. And it was done that way by accident because that founder went to a Lizzo concert and Lotto happened to be the opening act. And she was like, "Oh, she's cute. I like this." Well, and I happen to be a fan of Lotto too. I think she's cute. She's cute, and I like her music. I think she can rap really, really well. But there is someone actually saying that she is her sister, and she is threatening to expose her. So you all should see why I just shared here by way of all hip hop. Lotto's alleged hot half sister threatens to expose rapper, and I think hot is very generous, but okay. What you said? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comments. Pussy, 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 pussy. I thought Lotto was the DJ playing. Oh my god. Y'all are hilarious. Well, honey, so it sounds like if you were to meet this alleged half sister on the street, you might think that she's Lotto, honey, based off of what I'm saying. But let me see. I'm actually just going to share my screen and see because the girl actually does look like her. They look like they can certainly be related, but if you really want to keep it real, this is actually how a lot of biracial people with white moms tend to look. And it's no shade. It's really no shade. Cute, cute, but I mean, anyway. So let's see what she has to say.
They trying to figure out, why Lotto don't claim me and shit. Y'all guess is as good as mine. I'm not giving them too much. I ain't spilling too much. But when I do write that book or do that podcast, she gonna be mad. because I'm gonna give the people what they need to know. Okay. Same
We
daddy,
don't
y'all.
know
Daddy.
it actually.
Oh, y'all, she don't talk to me because I'm the broke sister. How many times I gotta say this? I'm sorry. You probably new in here. I'm the broke sister. She don't talk to me. It's about to hit the fan for sure. They need to hit the fan. Somebody hit the fan.
Well, we probably won't read the book.
That's a
However,
white girl. That ain't
that
no
is,
mixed girl.
baby, that
She
is a
ain't
lily
mixed. That's a
white
white
girl.
girl.
Okay, a lily white girl with lip injections, honey. You ain't telling me nothing. Okay.
I'm like, I have lived amongst the biracials all my life, being in a state and city.
Hmm. Oh, somebody put in a comment. Is that Mariah Lynn? I am screaming.
Look, yeah, being in a city that has had interracial dating forever over yonder. So, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Hmm. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me plug in my laptop, y'all. You know I love my new laptop. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Libra Queen, hey boo.
Is she not embarrassed? Embarrassing. Baby, you could not on God's green earth get me to go on any platform talking about I'm the broke sister. Bitch. And I hope she never acknowledges you. You touting the title of being the broke sister, telling the public for free, talking about a book that we ain't never gonna read. Ma'am, you're trying to get 5 minutes of fame off the back of a sibling who don't acknowledge you. Grow the fuck up. Get a job. Do better. Start our OnlyFans or something. Shit.
Ooh. And I'm looking through this article. I'm trying to see if I can find like this girl's name. They don't even look like they have this her name on here.
I
Oh,
just told
now
you
they
it's
saying
Mariah
she.
Lynn.
Oh,
You see how not relevant she is?
well, and Lotto, she actually replied to this on her Twitter. She put, y'all believe anything in bold font when it comes to me. So she
Actually,
is.
we don't, but I mean, girl.
We not worried about Giselle Jr. either.
Oh my God. Well, that's that on that, honey. Well, young lady, who if you so I'm not gonna read the memoir. However, if you are looking to podcast, we do have the platform for you here at Chat, because here at Chat Mosa, we want to encourage all kinds of storytelling. All kinds of storytelling.
So
Ah,
fictional is included? Wow.
well, yes. Well,
Mm.
she said, start. We have a comment. Start a podcast with Auntie. Well, no, let's slow down a bit now.
Fictional and delusional. I mean, it could work.
Let's slow down a bit. Now she could come on my show, but I don't know if I want to be partnered with either way. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Nobody wants to listen to that.
Oh, they sure ain't, honey. You know, I listen to it to support. I like to hear people's stories.
Auntie,
You're the problem.
if you if you're gonna be anything, okay? If you're gonna be anything, be fucking for real.
But why won't you have her spill a little tea on Derek's daytime tea?
No,
I mean, I'm
Mm.
just saying, we are
no,
going to
we
talk
don't want
about
that.
her.
We don't want it. This was enough.
I mean,
She don't
it's
even
so
got a name.
bad that she doesn't even have a name. Like, girl.
Exactly. She. How can you call something she ain't even got a name? Release us.
Girl, the ghetto.
Ghetto for real, honey. She want to be a ghetto white girl so bad. That is a white woman.
Child, that
Well,
is Mariah Lynn. I'm telling you, she cosplaying.
okay, so that's a Puerto Rican woman then. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Al. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Not y'all one. Well, we already have one Tasha K. We don't need another one. So on to this that may not be your lane, but she can go on Tasha K's show.
That part.
Yeah, I think that'll be wonderful. That I love that for her.
See, on this show here, right? Because I think the idea is clear that even though we like ratchet, at the end of the day, we have substance. And I don't think she would be a good fit for, or nor would I be a good fit for what she got going on. But I would certainly encourage you to get started here on this lovely platform.
Correction for the recording. The co-hosts have substance.
Girl, fuck you.
Hey down. Hey
Ooh,
down.
honey. Ugh. So nasty and so rude.
Oh, well, what's something else that's so nasty and so rude is that I feel like I don't know what y'all doing over there at Google, y'all software engineers or something, but something's going on with that news app to where I'm not seeing my stories like chronologically. They just be jumbled all over the place, which makes it hard for me to show prep. I just want it. So if anybody out there in Google is listening, get y'all shit together. Or if you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody at Google, call that person to call that person and to call that person, tell them to get their shit together. But anyway, so this is one of the stories that I missed. So Nelly was actually going through a nasty legal battle that I had no idea about. And you should see I just share here by way of all hip hop, which is an exclusive. Nelly's lawyer accused of using billing trickery to get $78,000 in legal bills. So we have a comment. Who? Well, this person here that's been accused of sexual assault, but that's a whole nother story for another time. Anyway, Nelly is back in court drama as his attorney's $78,000 sanctions bill faces pushback from Ali of the St. Lunatics, who claims the charges are bloated with vague entries and clerical work disguised as legal labor. Ali Jones, who performed alongside Nelly in the hip hop group, accused Nelly of copyright infringement and unjust enrichment, claiming he was denied credit and compensation for contributions to songs on Nelly's 2000 album, Nelly's 2000 debut album, Country Grammar. The judge tossed the lawsuit, claiming Ali waited too long to bring the lawsuit to court. Nelly was awarded legal fees and fought over $78,000. In a recent court filing, Ali's legal team accused Nelly's lawyer, Kenneth Deed of Frundlich, of padding invoices with inflated hours and billing high partner rates for routine tasks. The dispute stems from a previous ruling that awarded Nelly the right to collect legal fees from attorney Precious Felder, who a federal judge found had filed baseless claims and prolonged the case with unnecessary motions. Now, the court must determine what portion of those fees is actually reasonable. Ali's attorney argued the submitted bill is far from justifiable, stating Fruitlick's records were vague, block billed, redundant, excessive for the limited work performed, and replete with clerical tasks masked as legal work. The objection points to numerous entries in which Nelly's legal team charged top tier rates for reading court dockets, checking emails, and filing documents, tasks typically handled by support staff. One example flagged in the filing shows a senior attorney billing for reviewed court order without any detail on the nature or significance of the review. Another entry combined multiple tasks: drafting, research, filing, and internal meetings into a single line item, making it difficult to assess how much time was spent on each. Ali's lawyer also took issue with what they described as an overcrowded legal team, where multiple attorneys billed for the same task, such as reviewing emails or editing drafts, even though the case involved no discovery, no hearings, and only a few motions. The filing said the invoices reflect clerical tasks billed at attorney rates and called the hours logged for the sanctioned motions excessive and disproportionate to the work performed. The objection urged the judge to slash the proposed fees at least by half, arguing that the amount Nelly seeks cannot be imposed on plaintiffs because sanctions are meant only to reimburse costs directly tied to Felder's misconduct. Wow. I mean, isn't this like a known thing that and keep in mind my knowledge of the law is learned through watching Law and Order SVU. So don't listen to anything court related. You should not listen to what I have to say about it. But isn't this kind of known that attorneys do this? Like when it comes to their billable hours, like Yeah, that is. I think it's kind of known that they inflate. Or you damn right, I'm charging your motherfucking ass $50 for me to read this long ass email. You damn right. This was $50 per hour. I had to read an email. I had to draft it. Hell, and I even, you know what? Let me throw in something extra. I had to use AI to help me draft a reply. So I mean, damn, homie. Hate that it happened to you, but I think this the name of the game. I don't know. Oh, we have a
There are
comment.
there
Oh,
are
sorry. Go
ethics
ahead.
there are ethics around this and guidelines depending upon what jurisdiction you're in. So there are you have to touch base with the bar in your state jurisdiction, and they do have like clear guidelines on what you say you can charge and what task you are actually charging for. So if you say you're $1,000 an hour lawyer, you agree to that up front. There, that doesn't mean that they can just bill thousands of dollars every time they touch the phone for you. There are limits and rationale to how you can bill.
See, and don't he know what he sound like? He sound like he know what he talking about, honey. So y'all should listen to this man. Listen to the chaotic cup. Don't listen to shit I say because again,
I don't know much, but being married, being having been married one.
you know more than I know. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting, and I hate to see long time like associates fighting like that. But shit, stop playing on people money and do right by people.
I just
Um,
wonder if Ashanti sits back and says, "Why the hell did I spin the block?"
No,
no,
she
Shanti
don't.
ain't
She
gonna
love
say
it there.
right.
Mm,
Yeah, she know what she
unfortunately.
married.
I was about to say I saw them not too long ago, and when they were here for concert, they looked happy and chummy. She had to be here. She wasn't performing.
She,
So,
yeah,
in the
she know
words
what she
of
married.
in the words of the TikTok star Ariana, yuck.
Yuck! Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I know this is gonna trigger Quinn, but I went and saw the other one, and it wasn't too bad.
You went and saw the other one.
The other which movie?
Oh, why would you do that? You're so nasty for that. On this recorded motherfucker life. You're so nasty. So fucking
Oh,
nasty
we
for
can move
that.
on now. We can move on
What
now.
BB say?
Mhm.
So nasty and so rude.
Nobody give a fuck about that bald headed demon.
Oh,
Ooh, who we talking about?
A person whose name don't need to be said because she's irrelevant. And
Oh,
yeah, head ass. No.
oh, I
Mm-hmm.
understand.
Catch it.
I understand. I caught it. I receive it, and I 100% agree.
Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate you. Touch and agree.
Amen.
we can move
Well,
on.
two or three are gathered. Okay.
Hello. Ain't God good?
well, y'all, this next story, I'm just gonna give y'all a heads up right up front. This is gonna be something y'all really could care less about and probably don't even want to hear about. But
Thank you. So we can skip it.
well, no, we can't skip it because even though my team don't care about it, here on the show, there are some listeners out there who may want to hear this because these people have very large followings. So Adam 22 and his wife, they have a thing with they have an open relationship. They like to play with people, particularly black men, and they like to wife swap and all of that, and just pretty much
The cuckold guy,
yes,
the
him.
porn. Okay, okay, I'm tracking. I'm tracking. Ugh.
Well, there's been some back and forths because Blueface and his mm, Blueface has been rumored to want to have a thing going on with Adam 22's wife. Let's talk more. Let me just share the link and we'll talk more about it there. I just shared this hot new hip hop article. Lena the Plug offers to sleep with Blueface under a few conditions, honey. I, this is why I stay out of straight people business because y'all are nasty. Well, a few days ago, Lena the Plug and her husband Adam 22 teamed up to tease an upcoming episode of their podcast, Plug Talk. The episode will feature none other than Jaden Alexis, the mother of Blueface's first two children. Yes, it was awkward cracking my boy's baby mama, but she was such a sweet and attentive lover that the whole thing was a breeze. Adam captioned an Instagram post about the episode. Can't wait to run it back for round two, dropping next week on OnlyFans. Of course, it didn't take long for Blueface to respond to all of this. He took to his Instagram story earlier this week, claiming to have some plans for his own. Adam, I will fuck your wife, nigga. On camera, we can film it for sure, he declared. I get my percentage, but it's just me and your wife, no other dicks. I don't want to see your little pink dick, man. Well, Lena has responded to that, and I have Lena's response on her Instagram page. So give me 1 second. Let me get that. It's not long, y'all. I promise. But it's like, ugh.
Yeah, we gotta watch it. It's long enough.
Because I'm not gonna be the only one traumatized here about this foolishness.
I'm going to go mop my driveway.
You don't. So why do you? I thought you was breaking all the chains. Why we got to be traumatized,
Some
Lord?
chains need to, some chains need to stay strong. You know what I'm saying?
No, we already got 50 pennies trauma that we have to endure. Please release us.
Child,
Mm-hmm.
let me go braid my scalp right quick. I'll be back.
Hello.
Well, let's see what Miss Lena, the plug, has to say. I hate her name. Anyway, maybe refresh.
I saw your little video. At first, I wasn't down. Normally, I work with well endowed, well hung professionals, and you haven't really proven yourself. I don't know what that looks like. But after a long conversation with my husband here, I've decided that I'm willing to make an exception. You have 2 weeks. That should be enough time to get tested, to get your stamina up, to just get all around prepared. I want you showered. You, me, a cameraman, and my husband sitting in a little chair in the corner watching us. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, Blueface, I saw.
Oh, honey.
Next story.
Right.
Next story. Please hurry up.
Girl, because, honey. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Stuff like this really annoys the fuck out of me, not because it's who they are. It's just the overarching notion of the blatant how do I want to say this? The obsession over a black man's body or appendage, especially when it comes to a man who claims himself to be straight but is also white. Like the obsession, it reeks of racism, of course, or there's something underlying there as well. And I can't help but to think back to uh, our ancestors being enslaved, and how that kind of ties in. There's a through line there, whether or not folks want to recognize it or not, which is highly upsetting. I think that's the word to me, my homegirls, that this shit is still happening, and it was just a look on his face that I really wanted to punch him in his face. The looks that he was giving, because to really want to use black bodies in that capacity willingly and openly, it's disgusting, and I fucking hate it.
That makes two of us, honey. And I'm so glad to hear you say that because I feel the exact same way. I saw the shit for what it is. Now, a lot of people don't see for what it is, and a lot of people see this. A lot of, unfortunately, black men see stuff like this is rewarding, and it's not. Like, it is, I don't like it. It's cringy. Hey, BB.
I just want to say, Big Booty Will, I agree with what you're saying wholeheartedly. And I just would like for us to stop engaging with this foolishness. And that's why it's still happening. It's
And
because
by us, we mean Auntie. Thank you.
well, no, not the story. We're talking about the deeper part of it. Yes, Auntie, you should stop engaging with this. Well, we get you spilling tea, but you know, but the whole fetishizing of black bodies, we are willing participants, and that is the problem. We allow it. we allow it, and it's not just straight culture where it's allowed. Don't get me started on you rainbow mafia people. And
Fucking
I'm a
race
part of
play.
that.
Race
It's
play.
so disgusting that we allow these people to fetishize us because that's what they're doing. And then you see him sitting up there with this smug look on his face, and they're both talking. I had a long talk with my husband, and the first thing that she talked about was him not proving himself to have a large penis because they automatically, when they see a black man, their automatic assumption is, oh, you got a big. It's disgusting, and we need to stop. So, what death to all of them, in the words of Wendy Williams.
Death to all of them. And I just want to point out and say, because this is going to sound terrible, especially after everything that was just said, she was absolutely completely wrong and she's lying. Because for those of us who have seen that sex tape with Krishan and Blueface, we know that he's everything but small. Like he's like there's
We
I
don't
don't
know. Actually, you're the only one who
I
knows.
I was about to say
okay.
I've never even heard of it, but now that you said something, now I'm gonna go vomit. Thank you.
So yes, that's that on that, honey. Well, did y'all hear about Ric Flair? He pretty much alluded to Hulk Hogan dying off of street drugs. And Hulk's wife was like, wait a minute, bitch. Hold up. That ain't true. So Ric Flair actually issued an apology. I mean, if you can call it that, honey. I caught the shade in it. I'm sorry. But I have this link by way of TMZ. And you all should see where it says Ric Flair addresses Hulk Hogan comments. I should have never mentioned it. So, Ric Flair is expressing his regret over speaking on Hulk Hogan's death, saying he should have never mentioned it after the wrestling icon's wife disputed the information he shared on a podcast. The Nature Boy went to Twitter to address TMZ Sports' story on the matter, in which Hulk's widow, Sky, told us Flair's claim that street drugs killed Hogan were simply untrue. Okay, Sky, Flair said Monday night. I got bad information according to you. I should have never mentioned it. Flair went on to explain he did not mean to throw dirt on Hogan's name with what he said. After all, they were buddies for decades. I have known Hogan since 1979. Let's just move past this and concentrate on his legacy. Period. End of story. Let's preserve his legacy rather than dwell on any negative energy. I repeat, Hulkmania forever. Flair's comments on the Double Coverage podcast made rounds last week when he said Hogan's doctors stopped prescribing him pain medications to deal with his wrestling injuries, so he resorted to getting help off the street, a decision that ultimately led to his death at 71 years old. Scott told us Hogan was under constant care of professionals, and while there's no hard feeling towards Flair, what he said was incorrect. Our Hogan family sources made it crystal clear to us. They adore Flair, but had to fact check on this one. Okay, you called it, BB. I'm seeing in the comment, wait, the quote unquote, according to you, baby, that was Shay D, honey. And you know how the people really ain't feeling Sky like that, especially not the kids. Well, especially not Brooke, as we know, because we talked about Brooke here for quite a bit. But Brooke don't fuck with Sky. And I think she's still. If I remember the last I read, she's still trying to find out like what really happened to her dad and trying to get like a what was it? Was it an autopsy or her own personal or a private? It's something that Brooke got going on because she don't trust that wife. So messy white people shit. I love it. It says fuck both races. I hope Rick follows hopefully. Oh, as it relates to mortality. Oh, 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 oh. Well, well, that's that on that, honey. Okay. Ooh, child. So remember yesterday, child, we talked about motherfucking Zachary Ty Bryan and him and his girlfriend getting arrested. Well, child, we have more information about that. This to let's just read it, and then I'll keep my comments to after we read. So you should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Zachary Ty Bryan's fiance allegedly tried running him over before arrest. And girl, if you know what I know, honey, you was probably doing a good deed, allegedly. Anyway, things seriously blew up between Zachary Ty Bryan and his girlfriend before their arrest this weekend. And TMZ's got the messy play-by-play. And honestly, it seems like the home improvement star is lucky to be alive. Lane County Sheriff's deputies tell us they responded to a reckless endangering call near a camping area outside of Lowell, Oregon on Saturday, where they found Zachary in a pinup truck with his fiancee, Johnny Faye Cartwright, and their 3 small children. Deputies say they learned that earlier, Brian stepped out of the pickup and started walking along Big Fall Creek Road. And that's when Cartwright allegedly hit the gas, aimed the truck at him, and ended up crashing into a ditch with the kids inside. We're told Brian dodged it in time, and thankfully the children were not hurt. Deputies interviewed both Brian and Cartwright, saying they spotted signs of impairment. Witnesses were also questioned, and here's the kicker. Brian wasn't even supposed to be around Cartwright because of a court order from a prior case. As we reported, Zachary was booked on a probation violation connected to his previous domestic violence conviction. He was denied bail and will remain in jail until tomorrow, December 3rd. Johnny was arrested too, hit with 5 charges, including DUI. This is where I learned about the DUI yesterday. So DUI, which is driving under the influence of intoxicants, 3 counts of reckless endangering, and attempted first-degree assault. She's expected to be arraigned on Monday. Honey, it sounds like listen, a survival thing, honey. It sounds like this man gave her an idea that he was, because remember I said, honey, if somebody does not stop this man based off of what we know in his history, he is going to kill somebody. And I just feel like for her to do all that shit with them kids in the back seat. Now I know alcohol was involved. I know it was, but what's that saying? And no, maybe I shouldn't say this because I feel like that maybe that'll kind of encourage drunk driving. Do not drink and get behind of a fucking wheel. Do that. It's too much Uber and shit around. Don't do that shit. But what's that saying? A drunk mind speaks a so what's it called? A drunk mouth speaks a sober mind or something like that. So yeah, I feel like something happened and maybe she was attacked because we know he does have a history of attacking based off of the court order that he wasn't even supposed to be over there anyway. But it not jump scare. Y'all are hilarious. But yeah, this is
And that saying you was looking for is a drunk tongue speaks a sober mind.
Thank you, baby. Because I couldn't figure it out.
You
But
welcome, boo.
that was that, and I think that was some of what was going on. And even though alcohol, and shame on you for driving while impaired, and you got them kids in that back seat like that. But I just said something. This man, I think he was probably trying to attack her, especially they out in the woods and shit. And he is he the type of man who would kill his whole family, the kids too? We've seen the patterns. I mean, allegedly. So there's that on that child. Ooh, let's talk about some divorce info that we didn't know much about until now because most of it was kept quiet. But Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan, honey. Who now? First of all, when it comes to Jenna Dewan, I love her not because of the Step Up movies, but because of the Witches of East End, where she played Freya in that show. Oh, she's so fabulous.
Yes.
Yes, honey, she's so fabulous. But I have this link from TMZ here, and you should see where it says Channing Tatum, Jenna Dewan get cut of ex's retirement benefits in divorce. So, Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan's divorce settlement wasn't public, but now we've got a financial nugget from how it all played out. They're getting a chunk of each other's retirement plans. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Channing and Jenna signed off on a 50% split of the other's retirement benefits from the Screen Actors Guild Producers Pension Plan. It's unclear how much that slice of the pie is actually worth, but docs say the retirement benefits are calculated by dividing pension credit earned during their 2009 to 2018 marriage by total pension credit earned. As we reported, Channing and Jenna finalized their divorce in September 2024, some 6 long years after the actress first filed to end their marriage. Channing and Jenna previously decided to. I'm sorry. Channing and Jenna previously decided who gets what of their assets, and even settled on a child support arrangement. And now we get a peek into one part of how it all played out. It took a while to get there, but Channing says he and Jenna are back on good terms finally. And US Weekly was the first to report the docs. Okay. So that's that on that, honey. Um, Not to tell my chaotic cups business, but I'm curious to hear if somebody who's actually been divorced, like, what does this sound like? Does this sound good or bad to you?
I stay out of white people's business.
Oh, touche.
Nah, yeah, marriages are tricky. Who knows what the hell goes on behind closed doors? It's hard to say who's right. We only know one part of whomever's story leaked first.
And well, there you go. Well, sounds like they're getting half, honey. Half of that retirement, that Screen Actor Guild's pension, producer's pension, all of that.
I mean, you live in California, you better be ready to give up half your shit. That's why people try to file in Texas.
Oh my
Touche.
gosh, California has some very strict marital laws.
I think a lot of places have much more strict marital laws, particularly once you get over like $500,000. The rules kind of change as to what the norms are. Child support is that way as well. People always are like, it's 30%. Not always. um, a lot of things become judge discretion once you make over a certain amount of money.
So I guess that's what the old saying goes: it's cheaper to keep her.
Ooh, I wish I would have known that 2 marriages ago. I'd be a wealthy man.
Now, this is actually like this is the information I like because I like to hear stuff from the source, stuff that people have because it doesn't help me to talk to somebody about it that hasn't lived through it. And so really thank you for even sharing your thoughts on that because I was curious to what you or somebody who's been in your position before what they would think about it. So and right now, when it comes to my parents, don't say shit about it because they only want to talk about the past, and then I really don't know any other divorcee at the moment. So
Yeah,
that
you
I can
start.
talk to and ask questions.
I think the older you get, the more you kind of see why things are designed the way they're designed. But yeah, it's hard. Who knows if deserve is a big word, but they were married. He knew what the risks were for getting divorced. There may or may not be a prenup there. If there isn't, then the letter of the law is she gets half, and good. She should get half according to the
Well,
law.
it's the article saying my understanding was she gets half of his and he gets half of hers.
That was my understanding of it.
That's the way all marital assets should be split.
Yeah, so I mean, it just at that point is who had more. Well, I would be mad, but it sounds like it's fair, I guess. I mean, like what you're saying is we really don't know any situation what's fair because we don't, right? And we don't know what happened. But just based off that, 50% of her pension earnings for 9 years go to him, and 50% of his go to her.
Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely depends on certain things come out into a wash, and then if it does, you usually have a settlement agreement just saying it's a wash. But usually things are lopsided to where somebody makes
Oh, absolutely,
more money
absolutely.
than the other one, and then in that case, it turns into a larger conversation around how you break up that asset. You may even go into it with a plan to be civil about it, but once lawyers get involved, their options usually are to go nuclear as first and then back down.
I watched my brother go through a very nasty divorce, and the things that he found out that his wife was doing um, behind his back, I was like,
Damn.
that it scarred me because I probably would have been a Diddy. Like, girl, I got to get you up out of here some way. I was like, that is crazy what people will do, one, to hurt you, but we're married and you're doing things behind my back that pretty much caused him financial ruin that he had to go back and rebuild. So it's a scary thing to have to go through. Um, Divorce that is. So
It's really hard to come out of a divorce unscathed, either emotionally or financially. Everybody
unless you
goes.
ain't got shit.
Yeah, no, I think even if you don't have shit, it can, like you said, it can mess you up even further. Um, Having to give up, if you don't have anything and having to give up, say your retirement, whatever little you do have, say that is a pretty big deal. So even being broke, divorce can typically cause more problems. Even if you think about going into it civilly, things don't. I have seen very few that stay civil. You
Very
might be
few.
able, you might be able to recover after the fact, but feelings get involved. Money changes people's tone real quick, and depending upon the reason for why you're getting divorced, it's reopening that scab in court. And get me on a non-recorded line, and I'll have some more to say about that.
I know that's right.
All I'm hearing is stay single
Mm-hmm.
or don't get married.
Everybody should get married once, but
The
Oh
hell.
no.
but
I'm good on that.
be very careful. And like I said, I have some more to say if we ever get on a non-recorded line.
Sounds like an offline chat. We
There you
love
go.
those too.
Mhm. And we have a comment saying marriage is a scam, and I am inclined to agree, honey. I am inclined to agree.
I've been
I can't
amazed.
wait
I've
to
been
get
married to.
married.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's a business arrangement. The government loves you if you're married, right? Those of us who are single, we can tax the damn death. It's a business arrangement.
Hello.
I personally am sick of it, and I think married people should be taxed more because the leading cause of divorce is marriage. Get them out of here.
The leading cause of divorce of marriage is marriage. It's crazy.
Ah,
I mean, you can't get divorced if you don't get married. The leading cause of death is living. I'm just saying.
you got a point.
You're wrong when you ain't wrong. Uh, yeah.
And I know my Libra Queen says she wants to get married. So I love that because I know a lot of people say. I mean, it's never been a dream of mine, but I can certainly understand why people still want to have that dream wedding and stuff. So shout out to you, babe. And when you do
First
get
of
married,
all,
I'm
wait a
getting you a
minute.
gift.
Wait a minute.
He
Wait a
just
minute.
put
Wait a
words in
minute.
your
Wait a
mouth, didn't he?
He sure did.
Oh,
Show and did. And did. I want to be clear. I can't wait to be married. A wedding? Not too much on a wedding.
I would get
But
But
to
married
be
again.
able,
and
I
we
Auntie,
mean,
know
we
you
Kyler, you're
know
a
would.
that
professional at it.
Right. At this point, we know you
we
would.
we know, Auntie, for you, you never desired to be married. You just want to sleep with married men. So we get it. We know it.
Allegedly.
Oh
Right.
no, ain't no allegedly. Sue me.
You know what, bitch? I will. You will be here for my attorney.
Your man is the litigation queen. So
It is, honey. It is. So play with me if you want to. Well, y'all, I got 3 more stories left. And this next one, so remember, we were actually just talking about this man when we were talking about Jodie Sweetin from Full House, and we were talking about like our favorites from the show and stuff. And then we learned that Alanis Morissette, she wrote that Jagged Little Pill album. Dave Collier, the one who played Uncle Joy, was a huge inspiration of that album. Well, after beating cancer, he's actually dealing with a new cancer, but he's still hopeful. And I'm gonna have this TMZ article here. 1 second. And you also see where it says Dave Collier reveals new cancer diagnosis, but prognosis is positive. So he was talking on the Today Show today, and shout out to Craig Melvin. When I tell you I love music, well, I just love the whole third hour. I love Chanel, I love Craig, I love Al Roker. Al Roker's like my uncle in my head. I even like that white lady. She cool. But Craig Melvin was talking to
to Dave Collier about his diagnosis. So let's see what they have to say. Well, when this loads.
I was here a year ago and announced that I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and then I went through chemotherapy for the next 7 months, and I really couldn't do too much. It was it really kind of just took my physicality.
So you've started this new business venture, but as we sit here, you're also battling another cancer.
Totally unrelated to the previous cancer that I had. So in October of this year, I went in for a PET scan, just a routine checkup, and something flared on the PET scan, and it turned out that I have P16 squamous carcinoma at the base of my tongue. So I said to the doctors, I said, well, did this happen because of the lymphoma? And they said, totally unrelated. So they said, well, now you're going to have to go through radiation. So I'm currently going through 35 radiation treatments. I'll be done, though, December 31st.
Great way to bring in the new year.
Ring in the new year. Hey, but the thing here is that...
What's the prognosis?
Prognosis is very good for P16 squamous carcinoma. So it has a 90-plus curability rate. But the thing that has really saved my life, Craig, is that early detection saved my life, not just the first time, but the second time as well.
And what he said at the end of that video is very powerful, because remember, that was the message that when we did all of those breast cancer organizations, or those breast cancer stories, even the guests that I brought on, we all got the same message. That they all had the same common denominator, and they all pretty much expressed the importance of early detection. Early detection is very important. So I'm really happy to see him talking about this as well, publicly, and I like that it's somebody like him, like a major. So, cause baby, Full House was on everybody's TV in everybody's household, baby. Back when it was popular. So I'm just really happy to see, cancer. I believe it needs to be eradicated, but I think we have a lot of work to do to get there. And I'm looking at this comment. Oh my God, a petri dish of cancer. Yeah, he was going through it. I mean, putting Alanis through it, but still, he was going through it. Look, I can't look at him and not think of Alanis Morissette. Exactly. He was a dirty dog to her, honey. Oh my! Imagine being dogged out by Uncle Joey. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. We have a comment. He was 33 and she was 18. Oh.
I mean, to your cancer point, yes, it should be eradicated, but with motherfuckers like JFK Jr., good luck.
Listen. Wake it the fuck up, honey. Get his ass out of here. Okay, well, our next story. So, do y'all remember some time ago, we learned that Tootsie, the rapper, he was actually taking his college football journey very seriously. So it looks like it's there, like he's doing the damn thing. So let me share this link here I have from Hot New Hip Hop. And you all should see where it says Tootsie announces official commitment to play Division I football at Syracuse. And this is actually very interesting because remember, Syracuse is where he was born, and he moved down to North Carolina, to Raleigh, North Carolina, where he was when he was like 12, and has been there ever since. But so now he's going back to Syracuse to play football, which I thought was really interesting. And I'm going to share this, share my screen as I read it, so that way you can all see the pictures. So Toosie's longtime dream is now reality. The New York rapper and singer is heading back to his hometown of Syracuse to play for the Orange's Division I football program. Still, just 25, he will assuredly be ready to play when the 2026 season rolls around. The Shade Room caught wind of the hitmaker's commitment announcement, which went up on his Instagram moments ago, Committed, he begins. For every kid who ever had a dream and make it reality, God's will is the way and no one can stop it, not even the devil. I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for even giving me the strength to chase what I believe, when so many people told me I couldn't. Tootsie continues, thank you to the people who supported me as well. It never go unnoticed. to be born in Syracuse and moved to North Carolina at age 12 and haven't been back since. When Coach Friend called, I knew it was a sign from God. So with that being said, Cuse, I'm coming home. Hashtag committed. Hashtag 315 baby. Hashtag AGTG. He's been working hard to achieve this, with reports surfacing earlier this year that he had been training at North Carolina state facilities. That's what we talked about here on the show. And this is the picture here in his uniform. Y'all see Tusa reveals he's officially committed to Syracuse University. The other ones, that's the message we just read. So yeah, cute. Good for him, honestly. Y'all know I don't know shit about no sports ball, but I'm all for people living out their dreams and stuff. And he said, we learned in the last story, he's always had dreams of being a pro football player. So maybe this is a start playing college football. Who knows what could happen? Because apparently he's actually really good at it. I can't tell you that you don't listen to me, just like you shouldn't listen to me about court shit. You definitely should not listen to me about anything sports related. Oh, and looks like he's I'm sorry, I'm just reading this comment about the last story. But yeah, good for Tosi. And shout out to Syracuse, and shout out to him, moving to North Carolina. And one thing I do like about Tosi is that even though he did move to Carolina at 12, he still reps Carolina to its fullest. Because it's we might be a little slow, y'all, but we're an amazing people. That they don't call us the Rip Van Winkle State for no reason. So, go ahead, favorite tourist.
And no shade, but North Carolina has been the home of some of the most prolific and greatest entertainers known to man. So shout out to NC.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm just you did. I'm almost sure that you did not even mean to include me in that list of people, but I'm putting myself on that list any damn way. Why? Because the bitch is from NC. Well, y'all, our last story. So it looks like Nas was able to do something that Jay Z was not able to do. Well, Jay Z and Missy Dizzy, CEO of Rock Nation. Hey, Missy Dizzy. Anyway, so I have this all hip hop article. You all should see where it says Nas backed 7.5 billion Resorts World NYC expansion officially approved. And the last thing we read like it was in progress to be approved. Now it's officially approved. So Queens get the money. $7.5 billion Resorts World NYC expansion approved. Queens just secured one of the biggest victories in history. The New York Gaming Facility Location Board has officially approved the massive $7.5 billion expansion of Resorts World's NYC, greenlighting a project backed by Nas and Resorts World that will transform the borough into a global entertainment powerhouse. The approval clears the runway for New York City's first full commercial casino and what will become the largest integrated resort in the entire country, a monumental shift for tourism, nightlife, jobs, culture, and economic growth right in South Ozone Park. Under the ambitious plan, Resort World NYC expects to roll out hundreds of full casino table games by March of 2026, bringing thousands of new jobs, fresh revenue streams, and a booming entertainment ecosystem to Queens. This is considered a historic reinvention moment for the borough and a major milestone for New York, with Nas as a key cornerstone. And then I'm going to show y'all this photo they ended with Nas. It's an Instagram photo. Nas just looking like he hard at work, honey. Doing what Jay-Z wish he could, honey. Try to put that damn casino in the middle of Times Square that didn't nobody want. Nobody want that shit. But Nas saw where it was needed and did it the right way. And that's why this shit got approved. So shout out to him, even though he was beating the hell out of Khalees, allegedly. But shout out to him. And y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today, honey. So before we head out and before I go and watch these other 2 episodes of this Diddy documentary, did any of you have any tea that you want to share? Any tea that I might have missed? Oh,
Go ahead, Libra Queen.
Okay, so I have two things. One, iHeartRadio allegedly is supposed to like block all AI generated personalities and AI music, and I just love that for the culture. Amen, hallelujah. Also, two, Will, I think you may know something about this, or hopefully you know something about this, or can elaborate on it. Apparently, Serena has been reinstated um, in tennis in the tennis anti-doping testing pool, and she could potentially be coming back in 2026. Is that accurate? What do you know? Let us know.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was gagged this morning when I woke up and saw, because in order for professional tennis players to compete on a professional level, they have to enter into like the whole anti-doping pull thing, and so it's public knowledge, and so it signals that she's eligible to play as early as April, and so yeah, we shall see. It will be very interesting, but not surprising considering how Venus has come back and she's going to be playing next year as well. Yeah, but yeah, it's very exciting news if it is true and if she decides to come back. But she's a Libra, so she's been dropping hints the entire year. If y'all been paying attention about her hitting balls and stuff, and also she never officially said that she had retired. She said she evolved, so she never really leaned into the R word. So it's not surprising that this is happening. Also, considering the fact that the reason why she decided to retire is because she wanted to expand her family, and also she had some physical limitations as it relates to like her weight and what have you. And as we've seen, she was been the spokesperson for a GLP-1 medication by, I believe the company is called Roe. So she's been losing weight, hint, hint. She's been hitting balls, hint, hint. So, I wouldn't be surprised if she makes the official announcement that she'll be back playing. I wouldn't be surprised if she came back and started playing at Wimbledon because that is one of her favorite tournaments, or at least during the grass court season, which is in the summertime. And get her body and her stamina together. But the state of women's tennis, I could easily see her being a top contender and not pick up a racket because she stopped playing 3 years ago. And women's tennis has been terrible for the past 3 years. So she might be in contention just for some lucrative titles. I won't say Grand Slam if she decides to come back, but of course it's Serena Williams. We've seen her come back from illnesses and childbirth and more illnesses, and there's no limit to her potential. So yeah, that's what the streets are saying. So we'll see if it comes to fruition. I guess we have to wait until April, April or May, for her to make an official announcement that she'll be back. So we'll see.
That's what's up. We will see. That hey, now I don't know shit about no sports, honey, but I'm excited. I mean, I know what I do know about sports, especially what I know about tennis, is that Serena is the greatest player of all time. Like that's like not that can't be disputed, basically. So shout out, I'm shit, hun. I like when great get out and do the things that they are great at. So good, hey, work. But y'all know my relationship with Serena Williams. She will always be Bubbles to me. Bubbles, the ex stripper who turned it into an FBI agent because of the movie Hair Show that came out in 2004 that starred Monique and Kalita Smith. If y'all haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. She made an appearance as Bubbles, the ex stripper. Oh, happiness, queen of happiness. Well, first of all, before I go to favorite tours, did you have any more tea, or that was what you wanted to share with us?
Oh, that's what I wanted to wake up. So thank you, Quinn.
Yeah.
And
Well,
thank you for elaborating, because yeah, I wasn't gonna be able to break it down like that. Appreciate you
yeah.
always.
Well, Happy actually gave me two pieces of tea that I want. So this first one, so they build. I know my favorite tours ain't gonna give a shit about this, baby. But it says RuPaul's Drag Race reveals 14 new queens for season 18. Yay! And I'm actually excited because season 17 was really good. So I'm just trying to see how this. So I actually have the trailer here. I want to see. I'm gonna see if I recognize any of the new queens that's coming for season 18. Let me see. Let me share this. I got this Entertainment Weekly link. So
In shady times, Let there be light. And let there be drag. This season, 14 new queens will be the light the world needs right now, more than ever. Wake up, sugar baby, it's the lady boss who paves the way for all the hungry children to get paid on television. Wake up, sugar baby, it's the lady boss who paves the way for all the hungry children to get paid on television. Don't be afraid to light up the stage, darling. Find your light. The crown is for the taking. They all sparkle, but who will shine the brightest? Ready, set, glow. RuPaul's Drag Race. New season premieres Friday, January 2nd at 8. Watch on MTV.
Well, I know what I'll be doing on Friday, January 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, honey. Look, we have a comment. Knew my ass. Baby, there was so much pussy in that trailer. And I said, oh, yes, I love drag queens. Oh, come on, girl. Give me that pussy, honey. And they
That
got...
was sorry, go ahead, Auntie.
Oh no, I'm happy I saw it because I was getting ready to say, oh, did he have these queens like go through a paper bag test until I saw the big girl who was a little bit darker skinned. I'm like, okay, at least we got a couple of dark skinned girls up in there. But damn, Rue, honey, what, light is right? What the fuck is going on?
That was Jaden Dior's Fierce's pussy. That was Phoenix's pussy. There's Ariel Versace's pussy. That was Brooklyn Heights pussy. What I'm getting at is the show is there's such a lack of originality when it comes to that show that it gets very boring very quickly for me now. I haven't watched an original season since Jaden Essence Hall 1. What was that? 2020 over Zoom. That's the last time I watched it.
Pandemic season. Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I watched a single episode of Drag Race because it just got so fucking boring. But I love that for y'all though. I hope y'all have a wonderful time with your redundancy and your aged out catchphrases. I want it all for y'all. Have fun.
Look, it's similar to the Love and Hip Hop fans. We know what the hell we get. We getting the same shit that we done seen in season 2. But you know what? We love it. We love the redundancy. But yes, knew my ass. You have an absolute point. Because, honey, and really this look like I can't even think of which season, but this looks very similar to another season's upcoming trailer. So I mean, but when you do have a show that has like 20 seasons and what 10 all-star, are there all-stars 10 or maybe like 8 or something around there? I mean, what can you do? How can you be original with all this? But hey, it is what it is. Amplify, push up, not pull down. Ow. Well, speaking of pushing up, honey, it looks like Prada done pushed up on Versace. And this is the last story that Happy shared with me. And she was like, well, this is not really entertainment news. I said, well, no, it is because especially within Black culture, it's because of the rappers we know about like a lot of these high fashions. But you should see where it says here by way of AP News, minimalist Prada buys maximalist Versace for $1.4 billion in bid to relaunch a sexier Milan rival. Mm-mm. So yeah, Prada just bought Versace, honey. Versace for $1.4 billion. Honey. I wonder what Uncle Elroy thinks about it. You know, Uncle Elroy and his Versace from next Friday for those who don't know. But don't mess with him and his Versace. How you spell that? F-O Sachi. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Now, this was interesting to me as well. So I'm very curious to see how this merger is going to impact like the people they collaborate with because they've been known to be very different brands. So I'm very curious to see how they are able to execute that, I think it could be successful. Hopefully they bring in some voices to kind of freshen up both brands. Like how I believe LV was doing with Pharrell and his problematic ass. I'll be interested to see like who they bring in for like creative direction and whatnot moving forward. So this was a very surprising move for fashion, and I would say pop culture in general, considering they've had such a huge name or face in regards to, I guess, like a through line through pop culture as well. So we shall see.
No, absolutely. And shout out to the Wayans brothers and White Chicks, honey. You remember that iconic line? Wait, lady, all of this over a bag? It's not just a bag, it's Prada. So, yep, happy. Thank you for those pieces of tea. I'm really excited about the drag race one. Well, did anybody else have any other tea that they want to share? Shut up, favorite Taurus. Well, y'all, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for another live show at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time if you can make it. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Make sure you RSVPing. Make sure that you are reposting an original post or a quoted repost, and you're attending the show so you can win some money. Okay, come in for the hot tea and get some cash for that ass. All right.
thank you, Libra Queen. And y'all better listen to her because this is somebody who has won. So this is a winner telling you how to do it.
I'm back at it. I need to win again.
Yes. Well, thank you for that, Libra Queen and gorgeous. And until then, so make sure y'all RSVP to the net. I mean, matter of fact, while y'all tell, I need to go and create the session so y'all can RSVP. But I'll do that right away. But until then, I'll see you all tomorrow.
Ciao.
Bye.